everybody, it's Aranye. I'm coming at you with a couple questions that have been user submitted that I feel I need to answer on camera. I will not be naming any creators individually in the course of these answers. You may be able to deduct who I'm talking about, but that's perfectly fine. I just want to give my thoughts. I feel like it's needed. I feel like there's a couple questions that are burning in the community right now. I'm not acting as the gatekeeper for the games. I'm not the keeper of the games. I don't want to be the keeper of the games, but I do feel like that I see enough creators and their videos to comment on sort of an overall feel. So with that said, let's get into the questions. There's 4 of them, and we'll go from there, okay? All right, the first question, I'll keep the users who submitted it anonymous as per request. I think it's probably for the best. So the first question is, what are your thoughts on New York Times Games competitions between subscribers? And these could be complete with prizes, monetary incentives, etc. Okay, well, I personally have participated in these types of things before. I mean, I did pretty well as far as I am concerned. So I think it's worthwhile as long as everyone involved in the competition plays by the rules. As soon as there's any indication of cheating or anything of that nature, I think it breaks down the whole structure of the tournament or of the competition, which might be the end of a certain channel or whatever channel it's on, right? And it's very difficult to have these type of competitions if people are playing untoward. And I think I have experienced that in the past. Just the first couple of competitions I was involved in, I think there was some cheating happening. But I think the current competitions that are being planned have checks in place for these things to be completely axed from a possibility. So I think that's a positive thing, which I'm going to be very interested to see how it works out for sure. So my thoughts are, I think it's a great thing with the right structure put in place. All right, question 2. What do you think about creators putting content behind paywalls while others offer the same content for free? Okay, well, I feel this one's directed at me, and I will call myself out here. I don't put anything behind a paywall. I play a lot of different games, and yes, some of the games I do play are behind paywalls on other creators' channels. I can think of one person in particular, but again, I'm not calling anybody out. But you know what? These games, for example, the paid subscription games on New York Times, I pay for the subscription. If I want to solve it and offer it to my viewers for free, that's my prerogative, right? If another creator who maybe started before me offers the same games but makes people pay to see them play it, then honestly, to pay for that game, you're supporting the creator, not necessarily for access to that game, right? If you want to support that person's channel or support their continued involvement in the games, their continued solves, then really you're paying for the services of the creator, not the actual game being played, so to speak. So I think it's okay. I mean, I even offer things like the monthly crosswords, which I think on most other channels you'd have to pay to get that solved. But I just can't be bothered with that kind of stuff. If I'm going to solve it, I want you to see it, and that's my 2 cents. Okay? But I can see how other people have different opinions. Some people want to get paid to produce content, so that's fine. Question 3. What do you think of creators altering the names of different aspects of the game, which could potentially confuse viewers who frequent other channels? Okay, I feel this is very targeted towards a certain person, but I won't bring it up. It's not important. But I do realize the fact that some of these changes of the names of the aspects of the games lead to merchandise being sold or merchandise being offered, catchphrases, things of that nature, potentially on that merchandise. This is kind of a testy situation and subject for me. I've had viewers on my channel come from other channels and say, well, I thought it was called this because this creator calls it by this name. Well, that's gonna makes somebody maybe feel like they're behind the eight ball, or being corrected for something that they were told was the truth. So I can see how that could be a problem. But again, I'm not the gatekeeper of the games. People can do whatever they want on their own channels, as long as I think they acknowledge the fact that they are changing the name of the thing, and they say, well, it's actually called this, but on this channel we call it this because of XYZ. So yeah, that's how I feel about that particular situation. All right, I'm going to try to keep this video short. So there's one more question to be answered. I don't want to go on ad nauseum about this. I'm not even sure how many people will watch this, but hopefully it's helpful for some people. All right, question 4. What are your thoughts on creators being accused of cheating by viewers of their channel? Oh man, well is that ever a loaded question? Well, I think there's two different ways to look at this. There's the potential thoughts of the viewers of someone seeing the games beforehand on a different account and playing it on a second account, which is, I guess, their main account, and already knowing the answers and faking it or dramatizing it. That's definitely not what we want to see on YouTube, especially in the creator community. It brings everyone down, right? It's like everything's fake and false and dramatized, and that doesn't help anybody out in any capacity. That just makes people not trust anybody else, which I think is what this whole thing's based off of, is trust. So that's one thing. The second thing about, I think, the cheating is the fact that some viewers think that creators have rules or guidelines that they abide by, the actual creator themselves, that have never been explicitly said. I can think of one example where a viewer thought a particular creator was in hard mode and that's how they played all the time. They would never deviate from that, and the creator never actually said that was their way of doing things. So that led to some debate, some confusion, some testiness, I guess, some angry words, and I think it's been resolved for the most part, but there's still things that persist of this nature. So hopefully everyone is kind of on the same page, and we can have a pretty good situation going forward. But I just felt like I had to cover these 4 questions. They come up a lot. I get a lot of emails regarding these types of things. Maybe because I say in my videos, say I visit 15 or 10 to 15 different creators, so I have a good idea of what's going on. I mean, I watch creators that have 108,000 subscribers, and I watch somebody who has 25. So it's I kind of see up here, I see in the middle, I see everywhere. Kind of, if you do a daily video, I've probably seen your video once or twice, maybe even 50 times, right? So that's my take on things. I definitely want to know what you all think, whoever watches this video, what you think of these 4 questions, how you would answer them, your take on them. Hopefully we can have an engaging and worthwhile discussion in the comments, and that's kind of what I'm aiming for here. So definitely say what you think. Let's not call anybody out. I don't want this to be mudslinging or anything of that nature, but let's have a cordial and productive conversation. And yeah, just leave the names out of it, right? Don't even reference anybody. Just say, I think creators being accused of cheating by their viewers is this, and this is how we could prevent this, and this is how creators can, nullify these accusations. Yeah, let's keep the names out of it, please. No names. Let's keep this as sterile as possible, I guess is the best word. Keep everyone friendly, and you know what? I don't want any problems here, okay? That's not my my intent. So with that said, thank you for watching. If you watched the whole thing, I will be, of course, doing my regular videos, and I'll talk to you later and see you around. Have a great rest of your day, and bye for now.